All right, well, hey everyone. As you can tell, it's once again a special boost, and this is actually the Odin Award special boost. So I'm very honored and privileged to be sitting with the one and only Greg Mastard, who is our West Fargo president. But more importantly, Greg, you're a previous Odin Award winner. So first of all, thank you for hosting me in your beautiful West Fargo office.
Well, I got to interrupt you though, Peter, because on this one, thank you for coming over, because the weather right now is 15 below. This is probably the coldest we've had in quite some time. So for you to make the trip to West Fargo, thank you.
It's a little chilly, and I'll say I'm not gonna make you go climb a snow mountain. So those of you that saw the boost already, that just went out on Monday, I did climb a snow mountain. So I don't think we're gonna be doing that today. That's a little chilly, unless you want to. I mean, we always look for footage.
No, that's right. That's right up your alley, Peter. All you. So, but again, thanks for coming over.
No, absolutely. Well, it's fun to be here, and basically what we want to talk about, it's that time of the year where we want to hone in on some Odin Award nominations, and so those are due prior to the end of the year, so we want to make sure that we get the word out once again. And some of those aspects about the Odin Award is something that we're very proud of. And for any new employee that's maybe joined FIBT over the past year, so what the Odin Award is, the Odin Award is named after my great-grandfather, so Odin Stenjum, who founded First International Bank and Trust back in 1910. And so when we were trying to figure out a way to honor employees within our organization, what would we call an award like that? And so we decided to call it the Odin Award based on our founder and family member. And so it's the highest award that we give within FIBT. And we have a number of winners within our organization. So maybe Greg, just talk about the Odin Award and what it meant to you.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Peter, if my memory serves me right, the Odin Award was established 10 years ago. I was the 9th recipient. Actually, last year Blaine was honored with that. And actually, to be honest with you, many different things came across my mind here. Shocked, surprised when I was nominated and honored to receive that award. So it is truly one of the top honors at First International Bank and Trust, and it says a lot. It says a lot about the company, the employees, etc. So yeah, it was a great honor.
Well, I think what makes it so special too is it's an award that's given by its peers. So the nominations come from all of our employees, and it's honestly one of the most difficult tasks that our team has, is probably to even narrow it down and then select an ultimate winner. One thing that I think continues to set you apart, especially as you've looked at how you've established the presence within West Fargo. Maybe just talk about some of the community development aspects that you've been involved with, either previously or still today.
Yeah, and again, Peter, we talked about the award. It's mission, vision, values. I mean, that's what it's really based on. And I look at it from the standpoint of making a difference day in and day out. And for us here in West Fargo, I mean, our employees, like all our offices, are getting out in the community to make a difference. I've been fortunate to be part of the City of West Fargo Advisory Committee. I'm actually president of the West Fargo Area Scholarship Fund. I just recently finished up a term on the Growth Initiative Fund here in Fargo. So again, just some examples, but yeah, it's about making a difference day in and day out.
Well, I think we jokingly refer to Greg, jokingly, but it's very cool, as the Mr. Mayor of West Fargo. Granted, there is a mayor of West Fargo named Bernie Dardis, but Greg's also on a first name basis with him. It's just for, it's a showcase for how active you are in the community and how well known you are. And so I think that's one thing that's always very exciting around the Odin Award, is just, if you look at the previous participants, they've all been very active, whether it's in nonprofits or schools or churches, anything they think of. They've always been very active and involved. And if you look at what our mission, vision, values are within the bank, it's that community involvement piece. So maybe just hit on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Peter, when you look at the history of the First International Bank and Trust, you look at when it was founded and really, what is it based on? It's about our employees, it's about our customers, and it's about our communities. So it's really an award that encompasses all of that. And when you look at where we've come over the years, I mean, I always go back to this. When I started 19 years ago, there's 180 employees. I mean, we're pushing 800 every day, if not more. So it says a lot about the company. And again, those are the things that really encompass this award. So.
Well, first, I just want to say thank you for all your years of service, too. I mean, you've seen a lot of growth and change within our organization. You've been a part of a lot of it as well. But I think if you look at just the culture you continue to set, Greg, to give him some kudos, if you look at our culture surveys, the West Fargo branch continues to rank very highly on a year-to-year basis as far as our culture. I think my mom actually refers to you guys as the Cheers Bar. I'm pretty sure.
The Cheers branch.
Cheers branch.
The Cheers branch.
My
Let's
bad.
clarify
My bad.
that.
My bad. Sorry, I thought it was maybe your board meetings that you have at 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Well,
Not
that's
that I've heard
probably
of those,
true too. But but again, I think it. Peter, when you talk about culture, you look at our office and company wide. It's amazing to see how our culture is evolved, and again, it's really focused on employees, customers, and community. That's what I look at each and every day.
Well, it's kind of the core of being a community bank. You just hit on it. Hence, one of the reasons why we want to, have the Odin Award, which essentially is the Hall of Fame within FIBT. Is kind of the way that I call it, and I always, tell that to Greg too, that he's a Hall of Fame member, and he can get away with a little extra, I think, once in a while.
And it's an honor, and I'm telling you, so this will be actually the next recipient will be the 11th individual honored. So it's great to see.
No, it's very fun, and maybe just to hit on a couple previous winners that are still active within our organization. So Dennis Shook, he was hired back in 1992. Blaine Delors, as Greg just mentioned, won it last year. He's been with FIBT since 1990. Shannon Hammerin, our Director of IT and Operations, 1995. Denise Larson, 1990. Heather Gillahan, 1996. Mark Freed, 1992, and Char Weltzkel, 1996. So apparently the 1990s were a very popular year for FIBT. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean the long-term dedication. It's a feature of, okay, are you living our mission, vision, values? Are you active in the community? What tone are you setting within our organization? I think all kind of play factors into potential Odin Award winners. So maybe just talk about the process of what it takes to nominate somebody. Have you ever nominated anybody?
Well, of course, yeah. And again, since the award was established 10 years ago, it's really easy now as technology has changed. It's easy to nominate. Go to FirstNet, go to corporate. Basically, you can submit a nomination. It's under mission, vision, and values, but it doesn't take a lot of time. But I would encourage people, really take the time, identify individuals that have gone above and beyond day in, day out this past year. It takes a few minutes, but it goes a long way, and we need to continue to recognize those that are making a difference.
Well, I think if you think about the time of the year too, we're coming into the holiday season where we always get a little bit more nostalgic about things that are happening, what we're thankful for. As you can imagine, something that we're very thankful within our organization is all the employees that proudly wear the FIBT logo, live up to that on a day-to-day basis. And I think this is just one way to continue to showcase that. As I mentioned, it's always fun to read through all the nominations because every single one of them is very deserving. It's very difficult to select that winner. Once again, the nominations are due by December 31, so I'd encourage everyone out there, if you have an individual that you think has gone above and beyond or deserves that Odin Award recognition, please make sure to submit those nominations, and hopefully you'll be sitting next to me and Greg Mastridge someday as part of that. But again, Greg, thank you for hosting me today, talking about the Odin Award, and again, very proud of you and everything you've accomplished within your career with FIBT.
Well, thanks again for coming over.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.